without further ado, let's get this party started. Sorry, I just saw this. Hey, LL.
Hello.
How are you doing? Welcome.
Did we text Mickey?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Um, let's go ahead and start off with a easy one and then work our way into the hard one. Also, I apologize. No. That was one of the things I was going to change. Start the show, move on with the show. So let's start off with an easy one. Okay. Abandoning my wife on vacation.
My wife and I.
So abandon my daughter on vacation.
My wife and I have always dreamed of celebrating our 40th anniversary with a luxurious vacation. Just the two of us, reliving the romance of our early years. We had it all planned out for years now, and we're excited beyond words. Enter our adult daughter, Jane. Jane and her husband got wind of our plans and promptly invited themselves and their 2 kids along, a 9-year-old girl and a 5-year-old boy. I originally put my foot down and told them this trip was just for us, which upset her some. But my wife has a hard time saying no to Jane, as she's the youngest of our kids and our only daughter, and she didn't want to hurt her feelings, so my wife reluctantly agreed to let them join. I wasn't thrilled about it at the time, but I wanted to make my family happy, and I knew that my wife was also okay with the idea of a family trip, even if she was heartbroken that we wouldn't get our romantic trip. We just went along with it. The place we were originally going wasn't child-friendly, so we changed course and decided on an all-inclusive family-friendly resort. We paid for the resort and our grandkids' plane tickets. Jane and her husband only had to pay for their own airfare. Here's where things get complicated. As the vacation got closer, I started having a change of heart. I realized that our 40th anniversary was a once-in-a-lifetime milestone, and I wanted to honor it in a way that was true to the original plans. My wife and I might not be able to afford a trip like this again for quite some time, and it's something that we always wanted to do. So, without consulting anyone, I switched our tickets last minute to go to the romantic destination that my wife and I had originally planned for. I didn't even tell my wife until the day before our flight left, which was a day before Jane's flight left for their vacation. It wasn't an easy decision, and I feel guilty about it. But I wanted our 40th anniversary to be this special, intimate celebration that we'd always hoped for. We called Jane after we landed to tell her, and she was extremely upset, to say the least. She seemed to have the idea that we were going to look after our grandkids so that she and her husband could have alone time, and now that I abandoned her, they'd have to do it all themselves. I hung up on them when my son-in-law started shouting, and my wife and I enjoyed the rest of our trip. We all came back on the same day, but they haven't answered any of our texts, and Jane seems to be ignoring me. My wife told me that she vastly preferred our trip to the family trip that we would have taken, but she still doesn't like how Jane is mad at us and she wants me to apologize. I'm not sure if I want to after learning that Jane and her husband were using us for free babysitting and a free trip, but I feel like I should just to keep the peace. Am I the butthole for changing our trip destination last minute and leaving Jane and her family to fend for themselves?
I'm
Kinda,
gonna let y'all go first because I got
but not really.
You're not going to like my answer.
I don't think he is. I think Jane is a little spoiled brat that
Yeah.
wants free. How you gonna ask a couple going on their 40th, not 20th, not 15th, not 5th, not 10th, 40th anniversary to babysit your bratty, bad, behind kids while you and your husband have a long time? Jane, I know you're not listening to this. Did you not figure that they would want a long time? Girl, grow up. Hire a babysitter. But you probably can't because your kids are probably so bad that nobody wants to watch them. He was not the a-hole. I would have did the same thing. No, bad fact, I take that back. When she said invite the daughter, I'd be like, nope. I said nope, kept my nope, and would have still continued to say no. That's my opinion.
It's the without consulting anyone, and
Yeah, he was wrong for that part.
yeah, like we could pick out little tiny things of okay, that wasn't the best, but dealing with what he could have,
Babysitting some bratty kids.
ooh,
Grandmammy,
oh,
grandpappy.
Dane, you wrong. You just so wrong in this.
I wouldn't apologize, boy. Yeah,
And no, if your heart is not into an apology, don't make it.
Here's what I'm gonna say. You are the a-hole, but not in the time frame that Anna and Tracy are saying. You the a-hole from the very beginning by saying sure, yeah, you
yep,
can go.
that's what I'm saying. Yep, that's true.
You a-hole to your wife and to yourself.
Mm,
Also, she got wind of it. She didn't get wind of it. The wife told her.
yeah.
That's not getting a wind. That's not a rumor that she heard at the grocery store. Your wife told her. You need to tell your wife, look, you got to stop telling her our business. She has her own business. But you the a-hole to yourself by going, yeah, okay, I'll change everything. No, you're not going. That's one. Which reasoning do you want? No, you're not going because this is our 40th anniversary. No, you're not going because we want a romantic vacation. No, you're not going because we have to pay for the majority of the things that you want to go on. No, you're not going because we didn't invite you. No, you're not going because we don't want you there. This is for us to celebrate a special occasion for us. You cannot come and just invite yourself. You couldn't guilt trip me in a million years. You better go talk to your mom, which is fine. Have all right. So I can easily just tell my wife they still ain't going. This
Thank
is
you.
for us.
Mhm.
This is not for them. And the deal is, I know we could go to the she rolls. She wanted us to babysit the kids and blah blah blah. It should have never got to that point.
Agree.
It really should have never got to that point. This is specifically for us. I feel you. Me and Foxy, when we have a special occasion, when we decide we're gonna do something with each other, nothing gets in the way. Nothing. Because we don't know when we'll get a situation like this, and you don't get but 140th anniversary. That you literally said we saved for.
Right.
You ain't
You'll
got
never have
His
these
other
funds
kids
for
didn't
this
invite
again.
themselves.
yeah. You know you the a-hole for to yourself and to your wife. Even though your wife was the one who told, you
She
still
needs
just
Him
like,
to.
the a-hole, though.
yeah. So
She needs to stop twist because
People
that's her
need to.
job.
Sorry, Tracy.
No, go ahead.
That people need to be okay with saying no more and hearing no more.
yeah.
You know, we
Yeah, and
talked
she.
about this
Mm-hmm.
whole um, getting a trophy for participation. That has implications far beyond its reach. We're not okay with being told, no, this is a boundary. No, I only have so much money. I'm sorry. No. These words should come out very easy, very fluently, but they don't because we're always afraid of what somebody else will think, say. Tough. Yeah, you did work on this. And yeah, you were to your wife in this, you were inconsiderate because you folded. Yeah, Marlon, you are right. I mean, I can't call him the a-hole. He didn't reach that level for me.
No, I mean it's like 0.5 out of 5.
Right,
Yeah, I
right.
mean I'm not fully
Why do you always
you
accept it? It
get a
really is.
divorce and blah blah. I'm not that people. I'm
That's
just
it.
like,
Lady, leave him. He
yeah,
can't think.
we talked. There was a whole bunch of videos about that with people on Reddit that just said some. I made a bowl of cereal And then he came and ate it. Ooh, child, leave him. Red flag. You said to divorce him. That's toxic. The next thing you know, he gonna burn the house. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh dear.
So yeah, I don't want anybody when I say he's an a-hole to go, oh, he's the biggest. No, you're a 0.5 because
he's at fault.
Yeah, actions have consequences.
They surely
Your
do.
actions started this whole I switched at the end, wrong. I didn't talk to anybody about it, wrong. You had the stuff, you did these things when it should have been nipped in the bud by saying, no, your grown butt and your kids are not going. And you got a husband.
You're
Y'all save
young.
your own money.
You're young kids.
I want to answer Parker's question.
Yeah, Tracy,
Oh,
why do
please
you
do.
always assume that someone's kids are the worst, most misbehaved children of all time?
They're
Like,
5 and 9. It's the sky blue. It's the sun yellow. Am I black? I know I'm correct. I know them kids are
my
bad.
grandchild is 9 years old and he's very well behaved.
You sitting there, you know you lying.
He's 6. Well, he at 9. It was grown behind. He told his cousin one time his cousin had pushed him off the deck, and it's not high up. He was just it's not very high up, but he pushed him off the deck. And this little 6-year-old, that was very disrespectful. And I went, boy, where you get these words from?
That's wonderful.
I was like,
probably books.
And you can tell they bad because she didn't even think, gee, why don't we just go and leave the kids with somebody else? Nope. They was like, nah, take your kids. Nope, we don't want to. Nope.
Nah.
Yeah.
I am right. I know I'm right. I know them kids are bad.
Okay, Tracy.
Well, no.
Only
I'm not
kid that wasn't bad was me.
I'm not. I just want to move on. But okay, every kid on the face of the planet who's not a 21, apparently, because every teenager is bad in her eyes too.
No, so, teenagers are okay. It's them little bitty kids. I'm like,
I'll take the little bitty kids while I take the teenagers.
No, give me the old ones.
I can. Nah.